This episode is brought to you by Redfin. You're listening to a podcast, which means you're probably multitasking. Maybe even scrolling home listings on Redfin, saving homes without expecting to get them. But Redfin isn't just built for endless browsing. It's built to help you find and own a home. With agents who close twice as many deals, when you find the one, you've got a real shot at getting it. Get started at redfin.com. Own the dream.
Listen, all you New Yorkers. Taxi.
Okay, we're looking around.
This is the 77 WABC minicast.
Sunday morning. Well, like every Sunday morning, we get a report from John Terrett of how the markets are doing. Is our 401k plan doing well, or are we suffering? John Terrett, what the heck is going on?
It's best not to look at your 401ks, not this weekend, that's for sure. The week on Wall Street dominated by oil prices, with Brent and WTI flirting with $100 a barrel. We know it will come down when President Trump decides to end the war. And we know we had about 4 years of very high oil prices with Joe Biden, and this could just be a month of high oil prices. I quoted you on the news last week saying that, and it's absolutely true. But the problem is everything hangs on the Strait of Hormuz. Now, President Trump is offering insurance and naval escorts for vessels going through the strait, but the big companies are going the long way around at the moment. Then also last week we had Mojtaba Khamenei, who's the new supreme leader. He didn't do it on video. He didn't do it with any sound. He had a TV anchor read his words, but he said the strait must remain closed. That's a bit worrying. Pete Hegseth, the war secretary, said this week no need to worry about the oil supply. And of course, the IAEA basically released 4,000 barrels of oil onto the market. Didn't make much difference on the oil price because it's only about 11% of the 20% that we're missing that normally goes through the Strait of Hormuz. President Trump saying there's nothing left to bomb in Iran now, hinting the war may end within a week or so. So no wonder people on Wall Street are confused and on edge. The Dow, Nasdaq and S&P didn't do much on Friday, and who can blame investors because they don't want to be caught long going over this weekend because, of course, so much has happened and could happen before they get back to work on Monday morning. Company news, Dick's Sporting Goods beat with its earnings, but they're wrestling with the takeover of Foot Locker. Kohl's, question about the recovery of that department store chain. They say their customers want more value and they're struggling to provide it. Live Nation, the ticket company, settled with the Department of Justice for $200 million in an antitrust case.
$200 million? My God.
It's nothing.
My God. How much did they get an advantage of it?
Well, it's very interesting that you should say that because some of the states are not happy about this settlement with the DOJ. They're not happy at all. And on Friday, there was a report that the bosses of Live Nation have been caught saying that they're basically robbing ticket buyers blind. It's a very unfortunate situation. Live Nation and Ticketmaster, the two companies, are known as the world's most disliked ticket providers. In the crypto world, the Clarity Act coming to fruition. Looks like everyone's going to be a little disappointed when they finally see the final version, when they write it up. And so to the week ahead, John Thune is going to bring the SAVE Act to the floor of the Senate this week, he says. Not sure whether he has the votes. Of course, Tuesday is St. Patrick's Day. The Taoiseach, or the Prime Minister of Ireland, Michael Martin, is coming to the White House. He has $6.1 billion of inward investment in the U.S. in his back pocket, we're told, according to the Wall Street Journal. And, of course, the Fed meets on Tuesday and Wednesday. No movement is expected when they make their decision on Wednesday afternoon Eastern Time. And President Trump last week, of course, calling on Jerome Too Late Powell to cut interest rates now and not wait until Tuesday or Wednesday. John.
Well, thank you so much for calling in this Sunday morning. And let's pray for a 401k plan does better next week.
Yeah, best not to look. That's my advice. Just don't go there. Go somewhere else. Thank you, John.